The world is nearing its end. The apocalypse is upon us. Fires rage uncontrollably. Chaos reigns as people turn against each other, and complete wickedness spreads like a plague. The once vibrant and bustling cities are now reduced to smoldering ruins. Skyscrapers that once stood tall and proud are now nothing more than charred skeletons, their windows shattered and their walls blackened by the relentless flames. The air is thick with smoke, making it difficult to breathe, and the sky is a perpetual shade of ominous gray, blocking out the sun and casting an eerie pall over the land. In the countryside, vast forests that were once teeming with life are now nothing but ash and cinders. The wildfires, driven by fierce winds, spread with terrifying speed, consuming everything in their path. Animals, once free to roam, now flee in terror, their habitats destroyed, their lives forever altered. The ground is scorched, and the once fertile soil is now barren and lifeless. Amidst this devastation, humanity is in turmoil. The social fabric that once held communities together has unraveled. Trust is a rare commodity, and fear is the dominant emotion. People driven by desperation and a primal instinct for survival turn against one another. Neighbor betrays neighbor, and friend turns on friend. The bonds of family and friendship are tested to their limits, and often they break under the strain. In the cities, looting and violence are rampant. Stores are ransacked, and homes are invaded as people search for food, water, and other essentials. Law and order have broken down, and the streets are ruled by gangs and vigilantes. The police and military, overwhelmed and outnumbered, struggle to maintain any semblance of control. The sound of gunfire and sirens is a constant backdrop to the chaos. In rural areas, the situation is no better. Small towns and villages, once peaceful and close-knit, are now scenes of conflict and strife. Resources are scarce, and people fight over what little remains. The sense of community that once defined these places has been replaced by suspicion and hostility. The strong prey on the weak, and the rule of law is a distant memory. As the apocalypse unfolds, the very essence of humanity is put to the test. Acts of kindness and compassion are rare, but they shine all the brighter in the darkness. There are those who, despite the overwhelming odds, strive to help others. They share what little they have, offer shelter to the homeless, and provide comfort to the grieving. These acts of selflessness are beacons of hope in a world that seems to have lost its way. But for every act of kindness, there are countless acts of cruelty. The apocalypse has brought out the worst in many, and the veneer of civilization has been stripped away to reveal the primal instincts beneath. Greed, envy, and hatred run rampant, and the strong exploit the weak without remorse. The concept of morality is a distant memory, and survival is the only goal. The natural world, too, is in upheaval. Earthquakes, storms, and other natural disasters occur with increasing frequency and intensity. The very planet seems to be rebelling against the destruction wrought by humanity. Rivers overflow their banks, flooding towns and cities. Hurricanes and tornadoes tear through the landscape, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The ground trembles and splits open, swallowing buildings and roads. In the midst of this chaos, some turn to religion and spirituality for answers. They seek solace in the belief that there is a higher purpose to the suffering, that the apocalypse is a test of faith or a prelude to a new beginning. Churches, temples, and other places of worship become refuges for the faithful, offering a sense of community and hope in a world gone mad. Others, however, see the apocalypse as proof that there is no higher power, that humanity is alone in a cold and indifferent universe. They reject the idea of divine intervention and focus instead on the here and now, on surviving each day as it comes. For them, the apocalypse is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the impermanence of all things. As the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, the world continues to spiral into chaos. The death toll rises, and the survivors are left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The apocalypse has changed everything, and nothing will ever be the same again. The question that remains is whether humanity can find a way to rebuild, to rise from the ashes, and create a new world from the ruins of the old. In the end, the apocalypse is not just a story of destruction and despair. It is also a story of resilience and hope. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of light, a spark of humanity that refuses to be extinguished. And it is this spark that will guide us through the darkness and into a new dawn. In times of great despair and overwhelming darkness, when the weight of the world feels unbearable and hope seems like a distant memory, many find solace in the sanctuary of faith. The only way to escape this is through Jesus Christ. His teachings offer a beacon of light, guiding those lost in the shadows towards a path of redemption and peace. The church, with its ancient walls and sacred rituals, becomes a refuge for the weary soul. Here, amidst the flickering candles and whispered prayers, individuals seek comfort and strength. They come with heavy hearts, burdened by life's trials, and find a sense of community and belonging. The scriptures, filled with timeless wisdom, provide answers to the deepest questions and offer a roadmap to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Through the words of Jesus Christ, believers are reminded of the power of love, forgiveness, and grace. In moments of prayer, they connect with the divine, seeking guidance and reassurance. The act of praying together strengthens their bond and reinforces their faith. It is in these sacred moments that they find the courage to face their challenges and the hope to envision a brighter future. The journey of faith is not always easy, but it is through Jesus Christ that many find the strength to persevere. His message of love and redemption offers a way to transcend the struggles of this world and embrace a life of eternal peace. In a world engulfed by chaos and despair, where the skies are dark and stormy, and the cityscape is ablaze with fire and destruction, a sense of hopelessness pervades the air. People, gripped by fear and uncertainty, look up to the heavens, searching for a glimmer of hope, a sign of salvation. Amidst this turmoil, a prophecy long foretold begins to unfold. He is coming back, not as a distant memory or a mere legend, but as a living, breathing reality. Jesus Christ, the Savior of humanity, is returning to save his children from the hell that has become their earthly existence. The signs are unmistakable. Lightning splits the sky, illuminating the darkness with its fierce brilliance. The ground trembles, as if in anticipation of a monumental event. The cries of the suffering echo through the streets, a poignant reminder of the pain and anguish that has taken hold of the world. Yet, within this cacophony of despair, there is a whisper of hope, a promise of redemption. As the moment of his return draws near, the faithful gather, their hearts filled with a mixture of awe and reverence. They have waited, prayed, and held on to their faith, believing in the promise of his return. And now that moment is upon them. Jesus Christ is coming back, not just to save, but to restore, to heal, and to bring peace to a world in desperate need of his divine intervention. In this pivotal moment, the heavens will open, and the light of his presence will pierce through the darkness, bringing with it a new dawn, a new beginning. The return of Jesus Christ is not just a promise. It is the ultimate act of love and salvation, a beacon of hope for all of humanity.